So, after a long hiatus, we are back. We are in France today, down in Verdun. We're up at the Fort de Vaux. I can't remember the exact name. I think that's what it is, remember correctly. Anyway, this was one of the major battle sites of Verdun. This place is massively destroyed over time, or during the battles. One point in time, the Germans bombarded the heck out of this place to take it, and the French lost. And then in 1916 they came back and retook it, and of course during their retaking they met a lot of resistance over here at this fort, and they bombarded the heck out of it a second time, and that actually took quite a while for them to finally take it over. But originally built in, I think, the 1880s, after the war from 1870, it was meant to help defend after France had lost a couple of provinces to Germany, and it was one of their primary lines of defense was Verdun. If I remember correctly, most of the walls in here were like 3 to 4 meters thick on the outside, and that's why it took such a hellacious beating, and people inside survived. Yeah, the amount of rounds that this place took was probably ungodly. Jess came up here when she was going to school, and they took a tour up here, and they got to see some of the little off-the-wall sites and stuff. But this whole area is still littered. As you can see down that way, it's still pot-marked from all the artillery. Driving through to get up here, you still have the woods, and through the woods you still have a lot of trenches, and it's all pit-marked down there too. A lot of these sites here in France, still a lot of things to be found out in these woods. I still find things, ammunition, uniforms, all sorts of things throughout the woods whenever they do go out and explore. But that being aside, they still highly recommend you stay on the pathways. You can see there's certain little paths where people have walked that they allow you to walk on. You do not want to get off of those, because you never know when you might bump into an old artillery round that's still sitting there. But we'll come down this way and come look at some more of this. I haven't been down inside yet, so I don't know what it's going to look like down inside. As you can see how thick that concrete is right there that caved in, and I really don't know. We'll see what it looks like down inside. I don't want to say too much before we actually get inside and understand the whole thing. So you can see, it looks like they have walking trails along the outside, so you can see different key points of the battles and history since then. Looks like it was an OP of some sort. I've seen some other constructed like that. And down there it almost looks like they just kind of threw together whatever they could find to build the walls at times. But it's definitely taken its beating. So we're gonna go look around and then get down inside and go explore, and more videos to follow.
Oh no, look at this.
Okay, we haven't made it inside yet, but we're just looking at this and I'm being amazed by this. Big old chunk of metal. Just ripped off like it's nothing. It's kind of crazy. And this looks like it was a thinly armored turret. You can see the bullet holes and the large caliber rounds that it took. And then we're coming down here. Kids found what they thought was a turret. It looks like it's the top of a turret that just almost like landed down here or something. Because you can crawl underneath it, but it's obviously not meant like that. But I thought this was, but you can see there's rebarb sticking up everywhere from inside the concrete that was blown to pieces. Here's a cool little gun port. The whole wall has just been hit like crazy. And there's another chunk of that metal. Looks like the same size as that other one over there. And another gun port that has obviously been hit too. So anyway, let's see if we can get down in there.
Are you there anymore?
Fort de Vaux. And that's where we're at now. There's really not a whole lot more along this ridge line because these were built well beforehand. But back here, there's a fort on almost every single hilltop that they built during the war. And I've been to some areas back this way. This is the Argonne area back this way. I just can't recall the name of the area I went to. Maybe I'll remember by the time I do the next one. But you can see Some more of the inside. Because they put the sink upstairs, so if you wash your hands, the water drips down on everybody else. Kind of a little awkward. This was sort of entrance or exit right there. Some sort of communications room. Still has a lot of the old wiring and stuff. It's kind of cool. And this was the commandant's room. They got the nice bed, comparatively speaking anyway. Better than the wooden planks in the other room. This is the pigeon house.
Come down here, it's really cool. I will stop. Come on.
And then we are going down that way because Braden is crying like a little girl. We came down to the bottom of the steps and it looks like one of the entrance ways. Coming down here. Some sort of well, who knows? No lighting or anything. That's all barricaded off. It's like some little pit marks. Could have, who knows, been from something. But you can see they started to fortify up there. Who knows, it could have been a lot better at that time. They blocked off half of it so they could defend it better. I'm sure it was much bigger than that at that time. Just to slow them down. We're back up by the aid station.
This is where they had the fighting stuff. And it's hard when it's all the way in.
Down that way is where we came from. And this is the area, as Jess was just saying, that there was a lot of fighting underground. Let's go see. Yeah. See the damage from a blast, or numerous blasts.
Who would fit multiple bombs in here? And how would they get the bombs?
And there's how they would, just like I thought on the other one, it looks like they built walls to slow the enemy down to help defend themselves. And there's more down that way too. So that's where we came from. This is the other side of those two little walls. Looks like we barricaded some other parts of it. More down that way. And we come back here. Little port. One of the many entrances. I think we're going to be right here right now. Last other area was the area up above. It looked like it had caved in. Either the French destroyed when they left or when they came back. Now we'll go down this way, go see what's down here. Inside here is a pretty cool gun port for one of the entrances.
What we see and everything is within our reach.
And this is what it used to look like. Here's a retarded kid again. Powered dumps. Looks like more internal walls that they built up for defense. Can't see too much back in there, but you can see where it looks like walls been deformed or partially caved in. Don't know how real that picture is, but we've seen it a few times already. It's when the Germans surrendered to the French. Some of the armaments that they had at the time. So 75 millimeters. So that was Fort de Vaux. It's pretty cool, pretty neat little stories involved in that. I'm not gonna go into all the details of all the little stories, but many of the French that were defending the fort are actually buried back in a spot you can't go back towards inside there. Definitely worth the visit if you're in the area, and we will probably be back down this way again. Just who knows if we'll make it back here again. Hope you enjoyed.